following program is brought to you with limited commercial interruption.
Today's broadcast is being simulcast in broken English.
I'm here to show the world. I'm here to show the world.
Welcome to the show that we're doing right now.
What the hell are we doing on this show?
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
It jumped up a notch.
It did, didn't it?
Let's go.
What is this?
Giggity, 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 goo.
Who else but
The Q.
it's showtime?
Gentlemen, let's get down to business.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Yeah, I can dig it, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the QNow. You're listening to the best pop culture, current events, and current affairs show east or west of that Mississippi River, hailing from the great city of St. Louis and worldwide at the QNow.com. I am your host, Mark Bland, joined today by none other than one of my favorite people on this earth, Jason Kull. Oh, there you are. You showed up. Our microphones are working, but our headphones are definitely not. And also joining us on this show, ladies and gentlemen, one Mr. Matt Krueger. What's going on, Matt?
And the crowd goes wild.
Yay! Matt Krueger's here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Matt Krueger back.
Thank you.
I told you guys we'd be hearing more from Matt because, well, you know, opportunity knocked and Matt answered.
I'm the one who knocks.
He is the one who knocks.
Isn't that Walter White?
Something like that, yes. We have got a lot going on, ladies and gentlemen. And when I say a lot going on, I mean we've got crazies everywhere, do we not, Jason? Oh, yeah, we do. We got crazies everywhere. And
Highly concentrated in Florida.
That is a crazy
Florida man.
well, yeah, I mean, I get it.
It's a thing.
I understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes sense to me. But, so did you guys see my little post about, like, the states and who likes what versus who doesn't like what?
Yeah, and Florida hates
And Florida hates Florida. Of all the states and, like, all the things that they could like or dislike, Florida hates themselves.
Yeah, it's like,
But does everybody love Disney?
it's like Georgia and Florida hate Florida.
We don't know if everybody loves Disney or not. Like, we have no idea. What we know is that DeSantis doesn't like Disney. He's not a fan.
I wonder if he'd be as popular if Disney just like went to South Carolina one day and just said, you know what, we're going to go to South Carolina and find a swamp area and put our thing there. You know, they wouldn't be able to do it for like 20 years.
But when I tell you guys that everything's gone crazy, hear me out, because you have to hear this, okay? Listen to this.
I'd like to offer an amendment to the amendment.
This was today in the Congress.
In the second paragraph, where the chair may designate an individual to lead the Pledge of Allegiance, to add the following language. Provided, however, the pledge shall not be led by an individual who supported an insurrection against the government of the United States in any way. Because I think if we adopt this amendment, then we will be truthful in representing that stating this pledge is an affirmation of your defense of democracy and the Constitution. It's hard to take that claim seriously if, in fact, an individual who in any way supported an insurrection against the government of the United States is allowed to lead the pledge. So I would ask Mr. Gates to accept this friendly amendment, and I look forward to supporting it.
Would the gentleman yield for...
And there we go. That happened today in the Congress. They proposed that the only people that could say the Pledge of Allegiance to Congress at any one given time on any given day would be people who were not directly involved. And I would assume, listen, if you really want to nail this one down, right, just go grab the cell phone records from the president's cell phone so that you can see which one said, hey, can I get a pardon?
Right.
Remember, because it wasn't illegal, it wasn't a bad thing, but they all wanted pardons for it because it wasn't illegal or incriminating. This is what I love, right? The idea of the Fifth Amendment, we had the Donald Trump stuff this week where they released the video of the deposition with the 4,000 plead the fifths, right?
Well,
okay. And the fact is the Fifth Amendment says so that you do not incriminate yourself. But the word incriminate literally has the word crime in the middle of it. They are all so blind to the understanding of the word incrimination that they don't understand that the pleading the fifth is not allowing them to be incriminated. Like,
right?
You're not allowed to have crime thrown at you, but that means that crime was involved. Like,
you may not have
allegedly.
Well, I mean, you may not have
Good
committed
call.
that crime, but if you plead the fifth, you've committed a crime somewhere.
Sure. And usually in regards to the question that was asked.
Yeah,
because that's why you're pleading the fifth.
You do not want them to ask you a question about anything else.
Right, exactly. And we understand this. But my point being is that our world has kind of gone off the hinges. And I saw this with the Pledge of Allegiance. And I was like, you know what? I'm not sitting here. Like, remember we were talking about how Missouri, like, conserve punishment. Right?
Yeah.
We were talking about with Dimofo, with Justin.
Yep.
We were talking about the idea of punishment. The idea that they're, for some reason, in the conservative mindset, and, you know, for everybody out there, you might not necessarily prescribe to this idea. But what we've noticed as people who are from the outside looking in, that there are a lot of people that have this vibe to them, which is, I don't like something, and if I don't like it, there needs to be a punishment for it existing. And if there's a punishment for it existing, then I'm happy because people are getting hurt. And that's a red state thing.
Is cancel culture a punishment?
Oh, no. Cancel culture is just people turning their backs and going, I'm just going to ignore you. Like the dumb kid in class that kept saying stupid things to you when you were in seventh grade.
I don't think it's ignoring because there are people who are losing their jobs.
But I don't care if they're losing their jobs. That's between them and their employers. That has nothing to do with you or me or him going.
Until it is
we're gonna
you
turn
or me or him.
No, even then. Because I can sit there all like the guy that was in the studio across the hall here. Verbally abused women live on TV and on camera. He was a Fox 2 TV show host. Then he comes out here to do his morning show. Then he's berating the lady across the street. He lost his job. He went
as he probably should have.
But hold on.
But now he has a podcast.
But hold on. Him and another member of that same morning show went and started a podcast after he lost his job there. On their first couple of podcasts that they put out, they claimed that they were being cancel cultured. They were being canceled for the things that they said and did live on video that we all saw on Fox 2 and on Channel 4 and on Channel 5, played over and over and over, where they were berating and calling her fat and ugly
terrible
and this
mom.
and a terrible mom and all these other things live on the video on the air.
Which they should not have done.
I
and
think
capitalism would dictate whether or not they succeed in their podcast, right?
Correct. But you tell me then, Matt, if they went on the air of their first podcast and then claimed cancels culture is why they lost their jobs.
No, their decisions.
Do you feel that that's accurate?
I believe it's half and half. Their decisions definitely played a part in it, and then cancel culture also played a part in it. Their actions had consequences.
Let me ask you a
question. They shouldn't have done what they done.
Okay, that's fair.
And I'm not familiar with
the
situation.
That's okay. Let me ask you a question. It's a simple question. If during, let's say the word cancel culture, that phrase, that cliched phrase that has become super popular on the internet in the last 7 years?
Yeah.
I think it's about 7 years.
It's just covered.
Okay. If that word didn't exist, if that word did not exist, that cliched term that people have now given value to, let's say it didn't exist. Same situation happens. That word doesn't exist in vernacular. It doesn't exist. We don't talk about it. It doesn't exist.
Then they just got fired.
They would have just gotten still fired. Is my question. Like, would they have still gotten fired? Yes, of course they would have.
No,
so
we
it has
just
nothing to do with.
Put a catchy phrase to it that it's a buzzword.
Well,
right. So therefore, that's what I'm trying to explain to you. Cancel culture isn't a thing. It's just people going, "Oh, you did something really stupid, and we're going to ignore you and get rid of you."
It seems like it's happening more often.
Yeah, because
for sometimes minor things, but definitely big things.
I agree with you, Matt. I would say this:
even when people come out and say, "You know what, I was wrong,"
it's not,
and I'm trying to grow, and I'm always learning.
Oh no, you're fine, Matt. It's not happening more. I'm going to explain to you. It's not happening more. We're just
hearing about it more often because the world is getting smaller and the World Wide Web is accessible to everyone.
There it is.
There you go.
Now you're starting to hone in on it. It has nothing to do with whether it happened more or less in the past. What it's doing is we are now getting news stories. Like, remember, when we were growing up, and you can admit you're about the same age as all of us, so we're all in the same. How old are you now, Matt?
I'm 40.
You're 40.
I'm the baby in the room, and I'm 40.
Is this your 40 year? Is this it, or was it last year?
No, this is year 40. I'm 40 years old.
When did you turn 40?
In August of last year.
Okay, all right. So this is interesting because when we were kids, we barely ever heard about a kidnapping.
Right.
Right? or a school shooting or something bad happening with something anywhere. Like, we didn't rarely hear about it at all.
I didn't even know what kidnapping was. It was ride your bike until the lights came on.
There it is. Now, by the time you get to 2000...
nobody disappeared.
By the time you get to 2010, we had already known each other and been on the radio together by 2010.
Correct.
Okay? By the time we get to 2010, we're hearing about kidnappings at schools and shootings and issues and all that.
It's a 24-hour news cycle. They need more and more to fill the air.
But it's not just that. Now they have every municipality of every city has a communications person. They're talking to the local affiliate of whatever. Immediately that story gets picked up and it's sent out to all the other affiliates within the region and the area so that they know what's going on.
And then TMZ gets it, and it's all
and then
over.
TMZ, and then the police blotters. But the police blotters still exist and all this. It's just getting easier to catch and find the information. See, this is why we're going to talk about this Tyre Nichols situation here in a minute, okay? I don't know how many of you out there know about the Tyre Nichols situation, but one of the things that just popped up in the news story I'm going to talk about specifically. Now, the Tyre Nichols things kind of happened between our shows, so I hate that fact that we don't really get to nail those things live on the days the way that I'd like to. But at the same point, by the time I get to talking about it, other things have popped up into the news around these things. And I think one of the important things to talk about is kind of something interesting. And we're going to discuss. Evidently, their police blotter didn't have it right. And I don't know how they didn't have it right because as a police, and we'll talk, like I said, I want to talk about that here in a little bit. We'll get on to that in a second here. But this Pledge of Allegiance, to get back to the original point of this, the Pledge of Allegiance, I don't think that there's a problem with that.
No, that's fine.
I feel like if
obviously just a showmanship game. I mean, let's all say the pledge before every day.
I know, it's them trying to pretend that they're in third grade again. Now, what's that again?
I said I have a problem with it.
No way. The conservative, who's not a conservative, has a problem with the thing that might affect the conservatives more than anyone. Please, go ahead, Matt.
So, I've done things in my life that have caused me to lose certain rights and privileges.
Yes, sir.
And those were known punishments even before the acts were committed.
We have stories that have been talked about on this show. You can go back into old episodes and find out
I
about
don't necessarily think that I can agree with them being grandfathered in as a new punishment of losing that right or privilege to say the Pledge of Allegiance, because rehabilitation can be accomplished. And, the criminal justice system,
do you feel that you've been rehabilitated?
I do, yes. And so I have to believe that if I'm rehabilitated, then others can be too. And so cancel culture might say, no, you did XYZ and you are done. Yeah. You are done. You can't even say the Pledge of Allegiance anymore. Okay. Go to jail. Do your thing. When you're out, you can say the Pledge of Allegiance. It seems silly.
Okay.
But also, I find it funny. The one thing I noticed in the guy's words was he used the term democracy. Mm-hmm. And he's mistaken, because we're not a democracy.
Oh, we are, and a republic.
We are a republic. Democracy is majority rules, and that's not how this country works.
Fair. Actually, that's not true. Even with the Electoral College, the majority of whoever wins the Electoral College wins the election. So, yes, even our most basic and formulated one thing, the presidential election, is based off the idea, even with the Electoral College, and as deep as it gets and how it's like formulated out and it's controlled, even that, in the end, is about majority rule. So that is true. But I think that the problem that I have with where you're at on that, and that's not your fault. Like, I'm not saying that you having that opinion is a problem. That's your opinion.
And it is just an opinion.
It is just an opinion. No, you're fine. You're fine. No, where I have the problem is I think what's really happening here, and Jason, you tell me if I'm wrong, because I'm sure you can tap into this pretty quickly. There has been a lack of accountability in regards to January 6th. Specifically, the things that these individuals who were elected to these positions did, that we had proof of, that they literally showed everybody in prime time for months and months and months on end, like all of their texts, phone records, this, that, like ridiculous proof that none of them ever came out and said, Everything they said for 2 hours on that show last night, untrue. I never did any of that. Here's all my phone records. Take a look. None of that exists. Nobody. Not Marjorie Taylor, not Matt Gaetz, not Lauren Boebert. None of them. Not Jim Jordan. No, not Mitch McConnell. Nobody has come out and said whatever January 6th committee said, 100% untrue. We're going to have our own thing over here. Nope. Every single one of them just let it fly.
Yeah.
Let it happen because it was all true. And here's where the problem is. There was no accountability. And I think this man is saying, hey, listen, I'm not trying to send you to jail. I'm not trying to make you get rehabilitated. I don't think it's to that level. What I think it is I don't think you should have the right to sit there and pretend that you're some democracy-loving, republic-defending, conservative.
Those ones aren't anyway.
They might have
When
a
you're
difference
really
of
not.
opinion on what defending the republic and defending America might be. And I think that's the core of why the quote-unquote insurrection of January 6th
Just say
happened in the
January
first
6th.
place.
It's all right. You don't have to say insurrection or sedition each time. It's not a big deal. We already know it was seditious and insurrection.
You know what they've
And
been...
a coup. Attempt. It was
They've
an
been
attempted coup.
successful
That's what they
at-
call it in other countries. See, here's the best part. In the Philippines, they're calling it the coup in America when they tried to coup on that date, January 6th. You
it's
see,
the
we
same
call
thing.
we call it a coup when they do it in their country. We don't call it a coup ourselves.
Well, that's what they've been successful at doing. Is it's not their objection on the House floor that they needed a pardon for. It's the other stuff. It's
Right.
the fake electors. And
It's the
scheming
adding
have
to it and
stolen
trying,
taken and
yeah.
figuring and these backdoor things. That's what they've done that's illegal. Standing up and objecting that you think, it needs to be, we need to have debate, that's in the Constitution. What they did not, and that's what they needed a pardon for.
Now, we're going to talk about the Tyre Nichols thing here in a minute, but when we come back, we'll take a quick break here, Matt. Okay?
I'll allow it.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you. You'll allow me to take breaks. I can say that I can't say the Pledge of Allegiance, but I can take breaks. Thanks. Thank you. No. I do feel that there is something illegal getting ready to happen, guys. Most people are going to laugh when I say what the illegal thing is because it has to do with Netflix. But, in the minds of most people in America in 2023, this could be considered...
It's the new spatial audio feature, isn't it?
This could be an illegal act by Netflix. Reed Hastings might have created an illegal act. We'll be back here on 1280 AM, 105.3 FM at KYRO News Radio, KYRO.com after this. 1280 AM, KYRO. Mark Bland, Matt Krueger, Jason Kull, hanging out with you on this Saturday, 1 to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, every single week. Little fat lip by Sum 41.
Because nobody came. I know I'm not the one you thought you knew back in high school. Never going, never showing up when we had to. I'm such an every crave.
I like have a desire to watch American Pie.
Yeah, you do.
Music like this makes me want to watch those movies, like American Pie, late 90s movies.
Dude, American Pie, Van Wilder, they had great soundtracks for the era.
Right? Yeah.
They did, and I'm glad you guys brought that up because that's going to lead into my first story that we're going to talk about here. If there was a place that you feel that you could watch Van Wilder right now, off the top of your head, where might it be?
My bedroom.
In your bedroom. What service? What service, guys? What's the service that everybody likes to go to?
mean,
Yeah, Plex, sure.
You definitely...
Yeah, that's the one.
You would search, like, Netflix first, right? Because you want it free.
Oh, Netflix? Why would you do Netflix?
I wouldn't personally use Netflix. I would probably
if I didn't
try
want to pay for
Hulu.
it. If I didn't want to pay for it.
All right, so here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen.
I think the answer we're searching for is Netflix.
I think that is the answer that we're searching for, Matt, and very good. Netflix has unveiled its plan to prevent password sharing between people and households outside of an account owner's primary location. As reported on GX, the streaming service has detailed how it aims to crack down on account sharing in an updated FAQ. The information varies between countries, but it looks like the company will be paying careful attention to the devices used to log into accounts from now on. The FAQ pages for the U.S. and U.K. subscribers currently highlight the devices may require verification if they are not associated with the Netflix household or if they attempt to access an account outside of the subscriber's primary location for an extended period of time. The FAQ pages for countries where Netflix is testing extra membership fees for account sharing have tweaked the rules. The Costa Rica Help Center states that devices must connect to the Wi-Fi at the primary location and watch something on Netflix at least once every 31 days. So, let's say you have a cell phone. You have an account at your house on your TV. You watch it all the time. Fine. Let's say during your lunch breaks, you like to pop in an extra Parks and Recreations episode, right? That's what you like to do while you're eating lunch on your little cell phone. You're just watching it with the earphones, right? Well, now you're going to have to log in at least at your house on the Wi-Fi through the cell phone once every 31 days and watch something on Netflix on that device for it to be associated and to count as a part of your account with Netflix now. The company will use information such as IP addresses, device IDs, and account activity to determine whether a device signed into an account is connected to the primary location. A device may be blocked from watching Netflix if it is deemed to fall outside of the household. As further set out in the guidelines, if you are the primary account owner and you find yourself traveling between locations, you can request a temporary code, probably to be texted to you, to access Netflix for 7 consecutive days. Alternatively, you can update your primary location if it has changed. All right, guys, let me ask you a question. We sat there and we watched Elon Musk say to everybody, I'm going to destroy Twitter. And we were like, that's stupid. It's one of the most popular social media sharing sites on the planet. You have a lot of access and influence with it. What would be the point of coming in and just completely screwing it up, as he has been working on for the last month and a half? Things are not as smooth and cool or whatever he says, all that BS. Okay? And it's like Reed Hastings was like, yeah, I can screw things up faster, hold my beer. Like, for real, because how many people have multiple places that they watch Netflix?
Right? Kids who go to grandma's.
Whether it's, kids on their tablets, right?
Going to grandma's for the weekend.
You got kids? They might have tablets with Netflix on it to watch this
Maybe
or
they
that.
have a cabin in the woods.
Maybe.
Right? You know, where they only go every 3 months.
Well, that's great. You can text yourself while you still have location so that you can get a 7-day code to log in.
Well, what if I'm there for a month because I'm summering in the...
Shut up and pay your $15
I'm
a month.
summering in the Hamptons.
Shut up and pay your $185 a year, Matt. Just accept it.
I think
because we're
Netflix
Netflix
is just ticked that they keep losing subscribers, and they're looking for ways to stop the bleeding.
Well, because it's $18 now.
Guys, I had a question.
This is why I don't pay for Netflix.
No. I had a question that was coming up a little later.
Oh, and I
on.
don't even use Netflix. It's not like I'm password stealing. I just don't subscribe to or use Netflix.
Matt, you might as well just send Trump a request for a pardon right now as we're talking. Like, you might as well get it out of the way so that you
for
can
me,
be safe.
I think it's dumb because if I pay for the 4 profile Netflix, which I do, I should have 4 profiles.
To the Netflix.
Okay, guys, I have a question here, and I was going to ask it later on, but I think that because we're in the middle of this Netflix controversy right now, I think that we're all on the same page. This seems like a really dumb decision, but with Netflix shutting down their sharing, right? What is it that makes it worth the $15, $18, whatever dollars a month?
Nothing.
Anymore. What are the game-changing shows that make it worth the $185 a year?
There's
Nothing.
only like 2 or 3 that they had, I think, that people really...
Maybe Stranger Things.
Okay, Stranger Things
Maybe
is one.
2 years from now.
Yeah, but that's one. So I'll get you when I need you, and then that's it.
I mean, I highly doubt Stranger Things comes out in 2023.
Is there any other shows on Netflix
It'll
that
be
we can
Wednesday.
literally... I mean, Squid Game was cool,
If they get Wednesday out...
but that was a one-time insane...
My mom is watching this show right now called Grace and Frankie.
my daughter...
my mom and dad... My mom loves that show, and so does my wife.
But, you know.
But beyond that, like, those
not
are
gonna
fun
watch
little
it.
shows.
But
It's not my demographic.
I will tell you guys, Tulsa King is amazing with Sylvester Stallone.
I heard it was good.
Really good.
But that's Paramount.
But that's also written by the same guy who wrote Justified, which was a fantastic show.
I've only seen the first episode of Tulsa King.
It's good.
It is good.
It
I
is
like
good. That first episode,
I
dude,
just
that
haven't
first
got time to
15
get
minutes
back
is solid. Like,
Right?
it's real
I read a
solid.
synopsis of the first episode. It seemed wild.
It is wild, but it's a really cool idea. And Sylvester Stallone is famously the Italian stallion.
Right.
The one thing that we almost got with Copland many years ago was that De Niro was in it, so it kind of had that mobby kind of feel to it. But we never got Sylvester Stallone as a straight-up gangster or a wise guy, and now we've got that, and it's actually kind of works because he's got that old wise guy Italian look to him because he really is an Italian.
And he is 76 years old.
That's right. He is a 75, 6-year-old
I hope
guy.
I look that good when I'm 76.
Bro, I can't even look that good, and I have a wrestling match in 10 days.
We live in a world.
7 days or whatever it is.
right now where Sylvester Stallone is 76 years old. Think about that.
Think about that. And at one point, and here's the thing, I've said it on this show. Watch this. I'll prove my point about Rocky. Is Rocky not one of the greatest heavyweight champions in the history of boxing?
Of course.
Fictional, but yes.
No.
Are we talking about Rocky Marciano?
Yes or no? Rocky Balboa, is he one of the greatest heavyweight champions?
I mean, he lost how many times out of all those movies?
Oh, he lost to Clubber Lang. It was an amazing fight. I also saw him
lost to Apollo Creed.
I saw him lost to Apollo Creed and the Russian guy. Oh my God! Remember when the Russian? That was before the Klitschko brothers.
Almost to the point of death.
It took us 25 years to get to the Klitschko brothers. Like he beat him 25 years before that.
He lost to Hulk Hogan.
He lost to Hulk Hogan.
I think that was
Rocky lost to Hulk Hogan, ladies and gentlemen. This is how great of a boxer Rocky Balboa was. This is Matt. It's been many years. You've been on the show.
I shouldn't have brought that point up, should I?
No. It's great. It's great. No, this is great. You've been on and off the show over the last 10 years solidly, right?
Yeah.
But you have long periods and swaths where you're not around, and it has anything to do with you. It's literally you just lived so far away.
Yeah, I lived in another state. It wasn't easy for me to get here.
Like an hour and a half away in another state, so it wasn't easy for you to get to the radio station. Now things are changed and you're able to be here, but in this time period where you had some dead time in your life, right? I had made a claim on one of our shows, which was you can go around and ask at least 100 people on the street at any one given time in America, tell me how great of a boxing champion Rocky Balboa was. And without even flinching or thinking about it, they will go, oh, yeah, he was fantastic. Oh, yeah, it was great.
Classic
because
that's like the Jay Leno guy on the street kind of thing where he's asking them, the average American.
First off, Rocky's boxing matches lasted longer than Mike Tyson's average, okay? I'd get multiple rounds from Rocky. Did you ever see? Dude, he would literally look him in the face and go, come on.
Yeah.
Come on, that don't hurt.
Both his eyes were swollen shut. Almost every match he had.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of boxing.
Okay, for one, that was Roadhouse. Pain don't hurt.
Don't hurt. Yeah, you're like a girl.
Right.
Go again. Do it again.
And he's like, ah.
And he's in the middle of the ring having this happen. Dude, and then he'd come back, look, whack. Dude, that's the best part of the boxing movie. If real in the ring boxing was anything like every time they hit him, that sound, that whack,
the leg slap.
And remember, it was always like the snapshot over and over. It was like pow, pow, pow. It's like, what the hell? He's just gonna kill him.
He's taking out his microphone over here.
If real boxing was like every Rocky match,
listen, we got Paulie off to the side screaming, "Come on, Rock!"
All boxers would be dead in 3 years from concussion.
Dude, I need Paulie and Mick in the corner of every professional boxer.
Every boxer.
Do you know why we accepted Mike Tyson aside from the knockouts in 30 seconds? Because Customato was sitting right there going, kill him! Just murder him! And we were like, damn right, Cuss. Damn right. That's exactly what you tell them. That kid's 19. Make him kill. Like, oh, man, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, I don't know of any shows outside of Stranger Things, maybe a couple side small shows like we're talking about where Netflix has the ride on this.
Like, they have nothing coming this year, I don't think, that's going to move the needle. Next year they do. They'll have a new.
And here's the other problem with you, Netflix. If you remember, you used to be the DVD, get the brand new movies when they came out, sent to your house, and then we send the DVD. They still do it. But you became that. We've got an online streaming option. It doesn't cost an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
You can watch some shows over there to give you something to watch. And every once in a while, we're going to pop up one of these newer movies, a few weeks after it comes out. But we'll pop up a movie here and there so that you can check out Thor Ragnarok or whatever. Like, we'll throw it out there. Okay, cool. Then it became, hey, we got our own stuff. Oh, we won Emmy Awards. Oh, we're funding our own movie studio, basically. Like, we're making movies with Will Smith and this person and that person. And, like, we got all kinds of stuff constantly coming out. It's like, Yeah, but none of it makes me scream, I love it. Like, by the way, wasn't it 2 years ago that there was an amazing show called The Queen's Gambit about chess that came out that everybody was raving about?
Yeah, they love that.
Now it's been multiple years and there hasn't been a second season at all.
Netflix is canceling shows left and right.
I don't even know if that one's canceled.
Maybe they just can't think of a second one.
So here's what I like about Hulu.
What do you like about Hulu? Yeah, let's talk about Hulu.
Okay, for one, I initially signed up for Hulu because I had a Netflix account, and then I canceled it. And that was all due to the whole Cuties movie thing, and I couldn't support Netflix anymore, and I've moved on. So what I like about
the
Netflix...
Cuties movies was the dance girls, right?
The exploitation of the minors.
The dance team, right?
Yes.
Or what? Okay, all right, go on. I was just giving context to the people out there.
So, I started out, and I really just liked the shows. They had all, Family Guy, Futurama, King of the Hill. They had the Cleveland Show. They've got
Hulu, right?
Simpsons, right? They had all that stuff on it.
Well, they also have all the currents.
And then they have all the current shows.
You just got to watch some commercials.
And then what I liked is I could watch. So I haven't had like live cable or like satellite or DirecTV or anything like that for, gosh, almost 10 years now. And so, like, how I would watch Monday Night Raw is I couldn't watch it Monday, but I could tune into Hulu on Tuesday
and get it
and watch a 2-hour version of the 3-hour show.
Which we always love the 2-hour version compared to the 3-hour show.
A lot of the video packages and all the bull is all
just gets cut out, yeah.
Right. So, and then I could do the same for SmackDown. Well, then I signed up for live TV because I decided I wanted to watch Monday Night Raw live. And so,
okay, all right.
So I paid for that, and I think that's $75 a month, which seems very, very reasonable. DVR, I can DVR all my shows, and if I'm ever, so what Hulu does is it allows you to set your home location. And then, for example, if I went to my mom's house and I tried to log into my Hulu account on her TV, it would say, hey, we notice you're not at your home location. You can't watch live TV, but you can still watch our catalog.
Sure.
And I thought that was great. Or you can log into your mobile device and watch anything live that you want.
Okay.
Access your DV. But the one thing I'm very, very excited about Hulu right now is they are bringing back King of the Hill.
Okay. Fair enough.
After 10 years.
I don't necessarily
And I'm hyped for that.
I don't necessarily have an issue with Hulu, except for one problem. And this is where
they're owned by Disney. That's your problem.
Nope.
Fox and Disney.
Nope. Has nothing to do with any of it.
Florida.
Has nothing to do with any of it. Florida hates itself. Nope. Guys, this is where Netflix gets it right. Netflix and Reed Hastings grew up in a time period where TV on TV was free because they allowed you to watch commercials. They forced you to watch commercials, and because of the commercials during the Super Bowl or the this or that, that's what helped offset the cost and paid for local news and this, that, and the other. Great. Netflix said, you know what? We'll charge a fee. You can use our service just like anything else, but we're not going to run commercials. Hulu was stupid. They were, and I don't know why people were suckered into this and believed and decided to go along with it. Maybe your reasoning is the reason why. I don't know, Matt, but what I do know is I pay you already 10, 15, whatever it is a month. I don't know what the price is for each person. I'm just saying, like, whatever it is, between 10 and 15 a month, okay? But you still make me watch 2 minutes worth of commercials every 10 minutes.
I pay for the free.
I think that's stupid.
I pay for the ad-free. To me, it's worth it. I hate commercials. I'm not going to buy anything.
How much is ad-free?
Well, I do a bundle where I get Hulu, Hulu Live, Disney Plus, and ESPN. Now, I never watch the ESPN because I don't have time for sports. But
right.
The kids love the Disney Plus. So, and like I said, I'm paying I think $75 a month, and the majority of that is for the live TV.
Okay, that's fair.
But without that, I think I'm still only spending $15, maybe $15.99. I'd have to go look.
My point is listen, if you guys want to do Hulu right, all right, if you want to show me commercials, you charge me $5 a month or less.
Yeah,
okay,
right. Yeah,
that's
you can
what
show
you
me
charge me.
commercials,
You
for
charge me
sure.
$5, and I'll watch your commercials.
Well, I think
because
that's what-
I can't fast forward them, I can't block them, I can't stop them.
Yeah.
So I'll sit there and it'll play, and you'll get your clicks that you need or your run, so that you can show it to them for advertising purposes and all that. But for $5 a month, if you're going to charge me the same $15 that a Netflix is, but I don't have to watch commercials over there, and I have to with you. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm sorry.
What if the quality of content is better?
If it's better and it's like, I would agree with you. Like I said, maybe it's the idea that current catalog is available the next day or whatever.
Because if
That could
you've
be
already
your
said
only argument.
Netflix doesn't have the catalog that you really care for.
They don't.
And if Hulu does,
sure,
and it's the same cost, but you got to watch a few commercials, that might still be worth it.
All right. Well, then, ladies and gentlemen, you decide for yourselves. We're going to take a quick break here on KYRO. When we come back, more with the Q Now. Myself, Matt Krueger, and Jason Kull will be back right after this. 1280 AM KYRO 105.3 FM News Radio KYRO.com. Those Kansas City Chiefs. We are the home of the KC Chiefs, the blowtorch of the Midwest. 1280 AM KYRO, and the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl next weekend, and you can listen to that Super Bowl live here on 1280 AM KYRO 105.3. We will be playing the Super Bowl, so if you want to get involved and check out the Super Bowl, this is your home. This is where you come to listen to the Super Bowl out here in the St. Louis areas. Okay? Fair enough? I got Matt here.
Fair enough.
I've got Jason Kull here.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about this Tyre Nichols situation. Now, for anybody out there, this is going to have some graphic descriptions and discussions that are going to go along with it. We understand that this Tyre Nichols situation is pretty...
so earmuffs for the kids.
Might be earmuffs for the kids, or we'll try to be careful with it. But at the same point, we're adults. And we got to handle things in an adult way. And we haven't talked about the Tyre Nichols situation. So Tyre Nichols was a man that was pulled over on, the 7th of January, I think it was. Something like that. It was at the beginning. It was the beginning of January, it was. And he was pulled over. Then he was accosted by 5 or 6 police officers, taking turns literally beating this man until he would eventually succumb and die from the injuries by these police officers in Memphis, Tennessee.
Yep.
Of all places. 5 black police officers beat this young black man, and they've all been removed of the job, obviously. At least the main culprits have been removed of the job.
5 and then 2 others got... I don't remember if they got suspended or the 2 others got fired, but there were 7 involved. 5 got charged with second-degree murder.
5 got charged with second-degree murder?
Yeah, the 5 main guys.
Okay. Now, the first police report on Tyre Nichols. This is the information that I'm bringing to the show today. The first police report on Tyre Nichols' traffic stop does not match the video of the incident. It claims he started the fight. He grabbed at an officer's gun and calls the cops, now charged with murder, a victim. That's what it said in the police report. The first police report, filed after Tyre Nichols' fateful traffic stop, makes several claims that contradict the video's footage of the incident. Contrary to the body cam footage, it claims that he was not affected after being pepper sprayed, while omitting any mention of him being beaten. The report has not yet been officially released by the police, but was leaked as Nichols' family held a funeral for the 29-year-old this past week. Now, the reason that this is impressive to me, Jason, this is why this is blowing my mind. After watching that video, seeing the young man as he's being beaten, in the middle of it, you hear him yell out for his mother.
Yeah, apparently he lived right near there.
But he is in his, 20s?
29.
29? Almost 30?
I think he was 29.
Something. Oh, yeah, 29-year-old. The 29-year-old. 29 years old. He is crying, whimpering for his mother at 29 years of age, because these 5 men are going to put him in a grave. He knows it. You can hear it in his voice. That's on the body cam footage. Then there's the footage from the police cameras from the light poles around that show a much better glimpse of them attacking him, all 5 of them taking their turns, kicking, punching. Then you got other body cam footage of the cop leaning him up against the car after he's already been beaten, kicking him, putting him back up against the car. He is unconscious at that point. That's the last time he was conscious ever in his life, guys. Whimpering for his mother. Yeah. As police officers who are paid to protect and serve our communities beat this man to death. Now, Jay, I know you said off the air you don't want to put anything out there, and that's fine.
Yeah.
What we can say is we have heard. There is no proof of this.
It's definitely out there.
It's out there. It's not us making this up. It's information. Now, we don't know how legitimate this information is. Yeah. We're being very honest up front with you. There could be no legitimacy to this. But when you hear this piece of information, it really makes things kind of come into a better light. Mm-hmm. Not a better light in the idea of a better reason. No. It was it's bad no matter what. But it makes more sense than all the BS that we've been hearing up till now. Supposedly, and I'll say it, Jay.
Yeah, okay.
Supposedly, our friend Tyre might have been involved with the wife or girlfriend of one of the officers involved in the beating.
Yeah.
Now, when you hear that and you see how they take the turns teeing off on this man, it makes a lot more sense that he got caught up in a situation. They decided to exert some street justice, and this is where it landed. But what blows my mind is how they have a police report that was turned in that contradicts almost everything that the video states, and that has to be signed off on. By the way, I know people who are really good friends with prosecutors. That police report has to be signed off on by a higher up before it's entered. Yeah, and that's any municipality in the United States of America, ladies and gentlemen.
Makes sense to me, guys.
So here's the funny thing. Any higher up who sees the video and then sees that police report knows they are up S Creek without a paddle. That's right. Like Schitt's Creek, the show. They're up Schitt's Creek, the show, the TV show, without a paddle. That's what they're up.
Fantastic show.
2, great show. 2, if you're one of the officers who just got done doing that, and you know for a fact it is not part of your typical protocol ever, what makes you get into the car with your bloody gloves in hands, sit down quietly for a second, close the door, and think, I have a way out of this when I get done? I just got done beating a man till he was unconscious. It's on our body cams and video footage, and I am going to get away with this. My career is safe. Everything is just normal. What? What makes you think that? Only the guy whose wife might have been, potentially, with Tyre, only that guy might think that justice was served. The other dudes who had no dog in that fight, literally no dog in that fight. Where did you think your career was going? Did you think that this was going to get you somewhere? Did you think for one honest second the way you guys trade D-pics and cell phone images with each other in 2023 that video wasn't going to find its way to the internet on LiveLeak or some other website? Like you guys thought with 4chan, 8chan, and all the police stuff the last decade straight, George Floyd included, Michael Brown, Eric Garner, remember the cigarettes, remember the Lucy cigarettes, and they choked him to death over it? Yeah. And he said, I couldn't breathe 15 times in the video as he was dying slowly. Like, you guys, black officers in America over the last decade, you thought of all the people on the earth, even over Tyre Nichols, that wasn't going to make it out? Really? You might be the dumbest 5 black men I've ever seen in my life. You're as dumb as those 3 white dudes who execute the black dude in the middle of the street while he's jogging in Atlanta, Georgia, and then thought that you were going to make claims that he was robbing houses. All the houses had security footage. He did go into them.
Yeah,
he did. We all saw it in the court case. He went into the houses. He didn't steal anything ever. Yeah. Never once was he running down the street with anything. You 3 white morons thought that you were going to literally shoot him in the middle of the street on camera as your friend chased in a car behind filming it. That's the best part. It wasn't like in the same car. You had a guy chasing you like it was a movie, like a movie scene, right? Like he's in another car so that they could get great footage of this. That's how dumb you 5 black police officers came off. And I don't care if you guys think that I'm mean for calling out the whiteness of those guys down in Atlanta, Georgia for executing that young man, or the 5 black police officers and the fact that they're black down in Memphis, Tennessee, who did this. I don't care about color when it comes to just egregious bad things. That's it. I'm sorry. I wasn't a Darren Wilson supporter, but it wasn't because I don't like Darren Wilson. It's because I heard too many stories, police reports that get turned in that have the wrong information on it. And we had absolutely no video of him and Michael Brown. That's why I didn't trust Darren Wilson. There was no video to prove Darren Wilson's side any more than Michael Brown's side. So Darren Wilson's not going to get a pass from me here in St. Louis. Neither of these black officers or the white guys down there or the bad person over there who's a person of color or that white guy up in that state over there. Hey, listen, I came on this show and I ran down remember when those idiots took over the in Oregon?
Oh, yeah.
The Bundy brothers or whatever it was. They took over the conservation place or whatever for a month with the FBI staked out in front of it. And then when they made their run for it, the one guy got shot and killed because he pulled his gun on 5 FBI agents running him down on the side of a highway. And it's like the minute you did that, you knew what was going to happen.
Right?
You love to watch your favorite movies about this and that.
That's what they do in real life.
Those were 5 white morons right there. Stupid people. I hate stupid people. And ladies and gentlemen, this is really, really egregious. Now, I love law enforcement and I respect police officers. Not every police officer in America is a bad person. They're not all bad people. I know a lot of good police officers.
Oh, sure.
Really do. But it is the bad apples that do spoil the bunch.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, even though we're in St. Louis and you might be in whatever city you're listening to the QNow on or in, you might not be in Memphis, Tennessee, and you might not have these officers or even be within range of this situation. But you have expectations of your public servants. It doesn't matter what city you're in, right? If you take a trip down to Disneyland, you expect the police down there to show just as much respect as they would in your local hometown that you live in.
Right? You expect them to be similar people.
Would you agree, Matt? I mean, maybe.
I agree.
Can I get you? There you go. That's all I wanted was in 15 minutes for him to just say one word.
It was 2 words.
It was 2 words. Correct. I don't know, guys. I just feel like with all the listen, I got a story right here. We're going to be doing our tournament of pop culture.
Yes.
Best one-hit wonders. Round 3. We're at round 3. We've got a couple winners already. Those guys are moving on. And then we're going to do round 3 today. But look, I got the Ron DeSantis story right here. Sitting here waiting for me. The criticism about the College Board with the CRT and how he wanted African American studies revised. Because he's just racist.
Yeah, he is.
Sorry. Ron, I know you're sitting there like, oh, this, that, and the other. It's like, dude, it doesn't matter to you. It has nothing to do with you. If black people in your state want to go to a college, pay money to those white men who vote for you and fund you, and they want to learn about African American studies,
then let
them. What do you care? No one's at your house forcing you to do any of it.
I mean,
but it's that kind of stuff right there as a potential presidential nominee and campaign, along with the Trump stuff that we had to deal with. Remember, Trump wasn't racist either. He knew a lot of black people like Kanye and high-fived them all. We got it.
Yeah.
He's got a black friend. We know. You guys ramping this stuff up since 2015. You do stupid things like this, and then I got the Tyre Nichols thing, and I got 5 black police officers beating the people to death. Remember, it's always about the white officer killing the black guy. Now it's 5 black police officers that killed the black guy. So now it's police officers are just killing people. Do you understand?
It's an aggressive nature.
You could call it a slippery slope. I don't believe in slippery slopes. I know that the idea of what a cliched slippery slope is, but...
Well, doesn't DeSantis look terrible? This white governor telling state colleges what to put in their black studies courses. Like, I mean, what does he know?
It's horrible optics, especially if you're going to try to run. By the way, once again, hey, Matt.
Yes.
Hey, buddy, I know you're in the middle of a deep conversation, and I understand.
I'm not.
I respect it.
I don't want to do any disrespect to the situation. I'm just not familiar with it.
You're fine. You're fine. We're going deeper, though. We're going a little past this. Quick question for you.
Okay.
I did put up a post earlier about Missouri and how they hate the state of Kansas. And then we talked about how Florida hates what state?
Hates themselves.
They hate themselves. Do you know why? Because they have to live under DeSantis. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. I know all you Trump
hated
lovers.
So much, how did he get elected?
Oh, dude, because of laziness. You don't have to go vote. You live in a tropical paradise 98% of the time. You don't listen. You voted when you were in your 40s living in St. Louis. You now own the Boca Raton beach house. You're not going to care about going to the polls. You're just not going to.
You know what? If I was someone...
You live in a state where it's always going to be automatic. It's almost like Josh Hawley here or Eric Schmidt. Like, there was no challenge. There was no challenge from anybody with any of those situations.
But if I was someone who cared about Ron DeSantis, I would tell him to make up a little small commission and have them study the courses at state colleges and make it up of predominantly only black leaders, professors, deans, whoever. They make it up, have them come up with it, and then he signs it.
Hey, by the way,
just looks terrible when he
if I could throw this out there, Jay, one of the things that was added through this College Board curriculum situation, right? Something that was added in, not taken away, but added into this new African American Studies guideline setup. Black conservatism is now an idea for a research project.
Right?
Black conservatism.
Like, that's okay, but
that's
the
a
other one, you gotta
physical
take that out.
idea that has been put into their research project section, black conservatism, that was not there prior to this situation with Ron DeSantis. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. We get it. If you're black and you're a conservative, we don't care. We don't mind. You can be black and be a conservative. Who cares?
Yeah,
we're fine with that. Nobody cares.
Enjoy.
You guys are so worried about, listen. Here we go. It's time for the shh, and then we got to go to a break. It's time for the shush. Shh. Everybody out there, listen to me. I know all of you out there in KYRO land, mostly conservatives. A lot of you out there listening are liberals or moderates who love the show. But I'm talking to my conservative friends right now, okay? Shh, just for a second. Okay? Here's the deal. Stop talking about pedophilia. Stop bringing it up. It looks weird. I get into discussions about Tyre Nichols or this thing or that thing on social media all the time right now. And within a few seconds, somebody will chime in with, there you go, with Joe Brandon and your pedophilia. You're a pedophiliac and you're trying to do It's like, no, stop. Not everything has to do with pedophilia, genitalia, who has it, who doesn't have it, what they use it for, why they use it, how they use it, when they use it. Stop worrying about everybody else's junk. Worry about you. No one is going out of their way to encourage pedophilia. No one. That show that Matt talked about earlier was on Netflix. Pulled off immediately. No one left it up. Got taken down. And that wasn't even pedophilia. It just looked off to a lot of people. It was a show about young people, kind of like, what was her name? The one who got killed in Denver, Colorado. What was that? I'm sorry. You guys are not on it.
John Bonet.
I'm sorry. I had to shush.
You hit the shush moment.
I'm sorry. That was my
So I'm just nodding and shaking over here.
No. John Bonet Ramsey. It was just basically John Bonet Ramsey stuff being videotaped for a Netflix show is all it was. There was nothing bad going on with but the optics looked horrible. They pulled it down. Matt even mentioned it today earlier on the show about that specific show and how it looked. What were the optics?
It looked bad.
There
However,
it is.
You know what?
however, Netflix stood behind that show and did not take it down.
You know, I would be shocked.
Is it still up there?
I have no idea.
I would be
I would
shocked
assume if
to
it's-
find out if the
I don't have
politics of
Netflix.
those involved
Oh,
in
that's a good
those
point.
pageants were liberal people.
Okay.
I would be shocked.
I don't know. But, ladies and gentlemen, all I wanted to do is tell you this. Stop. You guys do weird things. You just do. And this is why Florida hates itself in that video. Like, it's not, that wasn't a joke. The other one that I love was everybody hates New Jersey. New Jersey hates everyone. Like, they were the only state where they were just like, we hate every other state. Like, all of them. It doesn't matter which state it is. And this was all literally kind of based around, like, the Super Bowl and what was going on and, like, which states like what and this, that, and the other. All right, we're going to take a quick break here on KYR. When we come back, it's time for the Tournament of Pop Culture. One-hit wonders. You know you love it. We are into round 3. It's going to be exciting. We'll be back with myself, Krueger, and Kull after this. Hey! 12:80 a.m. KYRO. Jason Kull, Mark Bland, Matt Krueger, the QNow. Hey! St. Louis's own Randy Orton theme song. Or his old one, at least.
The better one.
It's been a while.
That's the way better one.
I got a wrestling match coming up.
Let's talk about it.
We can for a second. I don't have a problem discussing about the impending doom that one Mr. Shaft might be encouraging. Coming up on February 11th at the South Broadway Athletic Club, myself and the actual commissioner at this time, the assistant commissioner, Matt. The actual commissioner at this time, Shaft himself, he's put his commissionership on the line. One-on-one with me for that commissionership. I become the right hand of the king. I can make matches. I can set things up. The Kings of Revolution can get a better and more fair shot
There you go.
at things as opposed to the way that it's set up currently, at least in my opinion. I am there to save the world. I've come to save you. As
Thank you,
somebody
Jericho.
else once said. I am there to save us. Okay? I will save us.
Now, the question I have,
Save.us. Save us.
as the right hand of the king, will you be more like Ned or will you be more like Tyrion?
I'll be more like Tyrion. I'm a lot more like Tyrion anyway as a person, so. I don't have the lust angle that he has. He's got a pretty heavy lust angle. And I can tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know about things like diabetes and diseases like that, they do affect all kinds of parts of your life. I'm just going to be honest with you. So when you hear somebody's got diseases, it's not just I can't eat a little Debbie snack cake. It's got too
more
much
than that.
sugar in it. It's a lot deeper than that at times. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you get a chance and you'd like to come out, you can go Google Ticket Leap. That's TICKET LEAP and MMWA. It'll immediately pull up the page on Ticket Leap for MMWA Wrestling. Click on that little button down on South Broadway at the South Broadway Athletic Club. That's where we are going to be on February 11th. And I'm going to take it to Shaft. And technically Anthony Castaldi at this point, because he's the one who made the match and got involved and decided to play these games. So that's where we're at with that.
They made their bed.
They made their bed, Matt. And now they're going to lay in it, just like Donovan Ruddock had to lay in his bed. And by the way, Matt, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
The last time I did wrestle in a match, you were the person who brought me out, correct?
Yes.
You were the one who got flames thrown at you by Magic Man.
Beaten with a cane.
You were punched, kicked, DDT'd.
On the concrete.
Tossed over the top rope, and brought into the ring and thrown out of the ring.
Face smashed through the steel double door as I was tossed out of the building.
As you were tossed out of the building, you were not even given the courteousness of like them opening the door for you. And you were the valet.
No, my face opened the door.
You were my valet for that night. You were the manager of the night for me. And that's the last time I was in a wrestling match, ladies and gentlemen. That was 2009, Matt. That was 14 years ago. It has been 14 years since this Fox News radio host has been in a wrestling ring to fight another human being. Now, in all those years I've worked in pro wrestling, I've been an executive and all kinds of different positions.
General manager.
Yeah. I've been in all kinds of different positions. My point being, it's been 14 years. I probably have lost a little of my step. Probably aren't as clean with some of my moves and my things that I could do. Hell, I might even mess up a few things, and just in general, it's just possible. You know what I'm saying? Not pay attention, look one way, take a shot in the face from the other because I wasn't paying attention and I should have known better.
Just don't try the buckshot lariat.
Did you see Logan Paul pull that off, though? Looked out, did.
When he came out at the Rumble and he was like, yeah, guess what? I really can do it. And then that ricochet spot.
Yeah.
Where they
collided midair with the double punch. Yeah, that was pretty good.
That was good.
Yeah.
I would have liked it even better if they would have gone for a mid-gut hit, and folded over each other and fell right to the ground. But that's a little dangerous. You got to be careful. But, yeah, it was impressive. I really did like it. All right, let's get into this, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for us to do our tournament of pop culture, the one-hit wonders. We've done 2 rounds prior. You can go listen to those last couple of shows at theqnow.com. But here on the QNow, we are into round 3. And, Jason, we've got some doozies, buddy.
I can't wait.
I mean, I'm dead serious. We have got ourselves some doozies.
I just love this.
First up, a favorite from the 1970s. We have talked. We've had a song or two that have been disco-esque already in our game. We've now entered the third. Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen. It's those weather girls. And it's only doing one thing.
Oh.
And when the weather girls start telling you what it's doing, you know exactly
joy
what's
to
going on.
every wedding everywhere.
Might be the most played wedding song.
And male strippers.
And male stripper song. And drag queen song.
Oh, for sure.
It has to be the most drag queen
I
song
have seen
ever.
this song performed numerous times. In fact, I think I went to a thing a while back, and this was like the theme of the night. Like, this was like all of them come out at the end.
That's right. Leave those umbrellas at home, all right? Oh, yeah, you are. Woo! The streets is the place that you go.
The song plays and you just want to yell stuff out. You just want to be like, ah!
Oh, it's going to start.
Noises.
Here we go. It's raining men, ladies and gentlemen. The Weather Girls bringing it hard in the first round, but they've got themselves.
It's a really good hook.
They've got themselves a little bit of a challenge. Billy Vera and the Beaters put out a song many, many years ago called At This Moment.
Yeah, that's an
Now
uphill
this-
climb for the Weather Girls.
What did you think I would do at this moment?
Amazing.
Right?
Amazing.
When you're standing before me with tears in your eyes.
A lot of people thought that Billy Vera was a black man. He's not.
I do believe he's bald.
He's bald?
Maybe now.
You just don't
Love me no more.
There you
Not
go.
anymore. No more.
No more. Because that's how it is.
All right, Billy Vera At This Moment versus It's Raining Men by the Weather Girls. So, Jason.
Yep.
Where you at, buddy? What are you thinking?
I am going Billy Vera because it's a connection to my youth, my TV watching youth. This was played during that episode of Family Ties when Alex was chasing down his one and true love who ended up being his wife in real life.
Oh, that's true. That is correct. Yeah, he did marry that girl, did he not?
He sure did.
Yeah, he sure did. Are they still married?
They still are to this day.
Hey, listen, Michael J. Fox, upstanding citizen
Dude's
and
a
one
cool
hell of a
man.
Reagan Republican. I can tell you that. He really was. What about you over there?
I'm going Vera.
You're going Billy Vera, too.
Oh, yeah. I think it's a much more musical song.
It's a song. The other one is a gimmick song.
Yeah.
Getting in on
It's YMCA.
It's getting in on the disco craze, and let's get something out there. But it does have a good build up, and that's got a good.
And it's got an amazing hook.
Yeah.
It's raining, man. Woo! Hallelujah.
Now remember, gentlemen. Now remember,
good.
I need you guys to remember something that's very important in this situation. Okay, this is the best one-hit wonder of all time. So, is Billy Vera 100% better than It's Raining Men? I mean, think of the longevity. Think of how many people have played it and used it. I'm not saying that Billy Vera. I like Billy Vera's at this moment better. I do too. I really do.
It's probably been
and we
covered
probably, you know what? But let's be fair. Let's be fair. If we all say that it's at this moment, then it's at this moment that's moving on.
But you know what? Think about it, though. A lot of people have covered that song, and not too many people cover one-hit wonders.
That's true.
A lot.
I would say It's Raining Men has probably had more airtime.
Oh,
you
sure.
know,
for sure.
Well, like we said, every drag show, every wedding, every
but
TV commercials.
The musician in me thinks of the musicality of each song.
Yeah.
And I think Vera's at this moment is just a better song.
Okay, and that's fine. That's fine. That's fair.
We got it.
You can have a great song that is also a one-hit wonder. We discussed that in the first round of this because a lot of people think that, if a song is just too big or too popular or whatever, it doesn't count. It's like, no.
Yeah,
the rule is, and you can even have a smaller, slower, nothing second hit that people do know the name of. That doesn't mean that you weren't a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, no.
We based it off of the album. You might try to put out another album, nobody cares. It just ain't happening. So, the next one up in the list here, ladies and gentlemen, is
that song.
Generation rules the nation with version.
This is Past the Dutchie.
This is Past the Dutchie there, Jay.
All right.
That's right.
Right?
Now, Past the bum biddly bum biddly bum 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 diddly bum bum bum. The Dutchie on the left hand side.
Yeah. Pass that to the left.
That's right. Pass that Dutchie, you conservative lovers out there on KYRO Radio Land. Oh, yes. Okay.
Hand
all
it
right.
across the table to me.
That's going to be going up against this. By the sounds of MC Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock.
We have a winner. Speaking of weddings.
There it is. Can't get it much louder. I don't know why I can't get it louder, but there it is.
Need to be louder.
It takes two to make a thing go right. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
That one has my vote.
All right, Matt, you say that you're going to go with Rob Bass. It takes
Rob
two.
Bass.
I am going to go with Rob Bass also. I feel it's a better song than Pass the Dutchie.
Yes, I am in agreement with you guys. Pass the Dutchie, when you hear it, it just sounds like early 80s. It just sounds dated 80s. Rob Bass still doesn't.
It doesn't.
And
It's
that's
got
like
a nice little
88 or
beat to
something
it.
like that.
It's just got a nice little beat to it.
Yeah.
You can't see me out there in Radio Land, but I was wiggling in my seat.
He was.
And I wasn't wiggling on the Dutchie song.
He was not.
Oh.
I can see him from here.
Guys, I have an issue.
Uh-oh.
Evidently, a song did not get entered into our lineup. We are missing a one-hit wonder to go up against a formidable opponent. Can I play you guys? Can I play you guys this formidable opponent?
There's a bye in this situation?
There might be a bye, but can I play you the formidable opponent?
Because it may not have mattered, right?
It may not have mattered. I think this might be one of those moments where it doesn't matter. But we're going to find out in a second here. We got to get through all the commercials,
There's always commercials. You can't just let us play.
Can't learn CRT, can't play commercials. It's going up against Four Non-Blondes.
Oh. See, out of all the songs
What's
that
up?
you've played, this is the only song that I know from the first note.
There it is.
Yeah. Everyone knows that acoustic guitar beginning.
Now, I don't have any off the top of my head that I can enter in against it.
And I'm not looking at your list, and I wasn't here last week, so I don't know what you've had
Right.
already on the show.
The one thing about this song, though, is this song is a one-hit wonder for Four Non-Blondes, but the lady who wrote this song has like 5 zillion.
Oh, yeah. She herself behind the scenes with her
You know what
writing.
I mean? Like, she's got like hits out the yazoo.
I don't even know where to go.
How about we put this up against Michelle and Degiacello, Fast Car? Is that a one-hit wonder?
Michelle in the cello Fast Car?
That's Tracy Chapman.
Tracy Chapman?
Are you talking about Tracy Chapman? But Tracy Chapman got multiple hits.
Okay.
Yeah, she got Give Me One Reason, too.
Yeah, I'm not going to go down that road. Right. Michelle in the... Wait, well,
so
he had a one hit.
So I'm getting my names mixed up. No, so Michelle did a cover, or I guess a duet with John Mellencamp, Wild Night.
Is that where she's from? 'Cause
Yes.
I know she had a hit in like the 90s because she's bald.
Yes.
Yes. And I
Tracy
remember,
Chapman is not.
She is not. She has speaking here.
You're talking about Wild Night with John Cougar, right?
Yeah.
Now, we know that John Cougar Mellencamp...
He has had lots of hits.
Yeah, he's not one-hit wonder.
It's a good song, though.
It was a good song.
Boom, boom, boom. There it is.
As you brush your shoes,
Oh, I like that.
you stand before your mirror.
All right. We might just have to give Four Non-Blondes.
I feel like we're just
going
going to have to give Four Non-Blondes this bye. I feel like What's Up's a strong song anyway. I don't
It
feel
probably
like
would have. I don't see something being matched up with it first round.
first round.
That's gonna take it out.
They're going to take out What's Up. No, wait. Okay, now, because we're going faster than I expected, you guys just keep agreeing on everything. And that's just not helping me out at all in this situation. This is our next one up. Oh, hold up. We gotta end that right there. There you go. But it's going up against a heavyweight. Now this is Der Kommissar.
Listen to that set. Synth bass leads from the 80s.
All right, now that's Der Kommissar, okay? It's going to be going up against a tough...
Oh, jeez. Kaboom. Dropping the bomb on this one.
Jill.
You have to have
You make it easy for me here.
You have to have the Russian. Is that Russian? Is that what she's singing?
German.
Is she German? All right. Yeah, you have to have the German version. Is it Nina?
Yes. Which, by the way, I don't know if you've ever heard Goldfinger's cover of this song.
Do they do
It's amazing.
German version?
So they're in like the third verse, he does it in German.
The third verse, he does it in German.
And he is just rocking it. Like, that's when, like, the tempo picks up and he's going nuts, and all of a sudden he breaks out the German, and you're like, all right.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right. I like what I'm seeing.
Could we... Never mind. I was going to say, could we put up Four Non-Blondes against Arlo Guthrie, the restaurant song?
Alice's Restaurant?
Alice's Restaurant.
It's like 50 minutes long.
All right. 99 Luftballons versus Der Kommissar.
Luftballons.
You're doing Luftballons?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm doing Luftballons.
I am as well.
I feel like this first round is just too easy. It might be getting a little bit tougher here shortly, guys, because before we go to break, this is our last one before the break. We start off with the 2000s. A 2000s.
Modern.
Actually,
Oh, my
the
gosh.
10s.
Is this what I think it
Actually,
is?
this is the 10s. This is
really?
the
Not too long
2010s.
ago.
Here we go.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Can't imagine why these guys didn't have any more music. Oh.
Guys, you got to admit, this is power here. Okay?
If I was a 6-year-old when this song came out, I probably would have loved it.
And the elephant goes toot. Ducks they quack and fish go blub and the sea goes ow.
Blub.
Have you
Fish
heard,
goes
you've heard
blub.
this song before, right? What does the fox say?
I've heard that. I've heard that part. I've heard that part, not all the others.
It's annoying. And when listen, I had children who were like in that 2-year-old range that they loved this. They thought it was the greatest thing on earth. Yeah, I'm thinking it's like 2013, 2012, somewhere around there. Like, it's nuts. Now that's going up against this guy right here.
Oh, that song's fantastic. Yeah, this is good. Especially if you get like the 8-minute version with like the countdown beginning when they start like going through the timeline. And then they have that big build up for Fosco. It's like so crazy and stupid, but it's just the best.
That's right. Rock Me Amadeus.
This might win.
Okay, Rock Me Amadeus versus What Does the Fox Say? I'm pretty sure everybody is in agreement here, right?
Yes.
This is Rock Me Amadeus.
None of us have had a frontal lobotomy. We all.
None of us voted conservative in the last presidency. Oh, wait a second.
Wait a second.
Wait a second.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, what happened? This was such a fun show. And then all of a sudden, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break here on the Q. When we come back, the Q now. When we come back, more with myself as well as our friend Jason Kull and Matt Krueger will be back after this. 1280 AM KYRO 105.3 FM News Radio KYRO.com every single Saturday 1 to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Unless there's football, there will be Chiefs football next Sunday, Super Bowl. Them and the Philadelphia Phillies. They're going to play the Phillies.
That'd be great.
That'd be weird. Rock Me Amadeus won the last round of our third section of one-hit wonders that we are doing. It beat out What Does the Fox Say? We're moving on to our next set of people. Now, this first one, it's a tough little song, man. I'm not going to lie. It's a good little one.
Romeo and Juliet. Both of us had the exact same reaction, right?
Loveful Cardigans is great.
This is a great song.
It's a really good song, and it's fun to sing along
the song
to.
encompasses
and
the
it's one of those songs you don't hear enough, and when you do, it kind of catches up. You go, "Oh yeah, I like that song a lot." Yeah,
this is the '90s right here.
This is the '90s. This is like
right
literally all encompassing.
This is every '90s. I had the QT girl singing in the band and alternative sound.
That's true.
That is the '90s.
All right, so that is the Cardigans' "Love Fool" right there.
I hope it's going up against something terrible because
that is going up against this.
Oh crap! That's gonna be hard.
That's gonna be a hard one. Gary Newman.
Yeah,
he's hard.
I like Gary Newman.
I've seen him live.
Nice.
Right?
Cars, though.
This is
a popular classic song.
I think.
And this really feels super. Like, this is an 80s staple sound. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going Gary Newman, Cars. Over Loveful, I hate to do that, but I'm going
I have to join you there.
You're going Gary Newman also?
I'm going Gary Newman.
Okay, what about you, Jay?
I was going to disqualify him because he has all kinds of hits. Like, I saw him live, and there were like 7 or 8 songs that everyone was like, oh, yep, I remember that, because he was also in a band before he went solo.
Right, that's fair, that's fair. I'm just saying, like, it was the only thing that he had. It wasn't like...
When I first saw the name on the list, my brain registered it as Randy Newman.
And you thought little people sucked or something?
Yeah,
I'm like,
what happened?
Short
really?
people got...
No
right? And then I'm
reason to live
like, Toy Story.
Yeah.
Oh,
without Toy Story, he would only have that one hit.
You could do that. That's what I'm saying.
I Love L.A. That would be his big hit. But yeah, he had Toy Story. He had 2.
So, like, during the break, I was searching for replacement songs for 4 Non Blondes, and there's just a Wikipedia page for one-hit wonders. And you could easily do 4 different tiers of one-hit
We
wonder
are.
songs from just the 80s.
We are in tier 3 of this one-hit wonder. And when I said, when we first made this list up, I said there's going to be a lot we don't get to, and there's going to be a bunch that we don't pay attention to or get on. But at the same point, we're going to do our best.
We could have like the NIT version
to try to get to where everybody is happy with this. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. That's what I want. All right. So the next round, ladies and gentlemen, has one Mr. Tom Cochran in it. Ooh, sorry about that.
Well, this is a classic.
Yeah.
This
has been covered.
This is a rock classic.
Rascal Flatts did it in the
Cars.
In the Cars movie.
Yeah. Now this is a good song.
It's one of Benjamin's favorite songs because he loves Pixar cars.
And I think that it helps the song when somebody like Rascal Flatts redoes it and keeps it out there in the game. So because
they kept it classic.
Yeah, it sounds like this.
Yeah, they did. All right, so that is going to be going up against another heavyweight. And when I say a heavyweight, guys, I mean a heavyweight.
Oh.
This, ladies and gentlemen, has all the pieces that you're looking for in a classic 80s one-hit wonder. And to boot, written by and performing in the main, the chorus of the song
Jackson, right?
is Michael Jackson.
Well, his dad was the owner of Motown Records. The guy singing this.
Oh, yeah, Rockwell. Yeah.
His dad's Barry
Quincy.
Gordy.
Yeah, or Barry Gordy. I'm sorry.
Mark, do you remember being with me at Spirit Halloween and we had like the Muzak on loop? And this is a very Halloween-y kind of sounding
This
song.
is on every Halloween soundtrack.
And so I used to manage Spirit Halloween, and just you would hear that same loop of songs. And even hearing this song once an hour, on the hour, every hour, for 12 hours a day, for 4 months out of the year, I still love that song.
Right?
Absolutely.
He just went away after that, too. Like, even with his dad's influence and cash, he just couldn't.
Just gone away. Just gone. He's out of there.
Even with the pop superstar singing your backup.
Yeah, a pop, like the most famous pop superstar of
The king
all
of
time.
pop.
The
Yeah,
king
like
of
the
pop.
pop superstar singing your chorus.
All right, where you guys at? Come on, give it to me. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Somebody watching me, Rockwell. Life is a Highway, Tom Cochran.
I like more of the rock.
I got to go Rockwell.
Rockwell, but I like more of the rock, so I'm going to go
Like
Life
Dwayne
is a Highway.
Johnson?
No. Well,
Okay. All right, I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
It's not one of the options. Come on.
I'm sorry.
Matt.
It's got to be. Yeah, Matt. Dwayne Johnson isn't one of
Stop
them.
trying to be the rock into everything.
I got my hand right here because I'm about to do If You Smell into the microphone, and I decided against it.
All right.
But no, I'm going to go Life is a Highway.
Tom Cochran. I'm going Rockwell. Somebody's watching me. Jay, you are the deciding vote on this one hit wonder.
Tiebreaker, buddy.
I am going Rockwell.
Oh.
I used to, back in the days before MP3s, I used to make discs on CD.
We all did that.
This is one of those songs you always had to jump on.
Always throw it in when I would make like
It's also one of those songs that you forget about until you hear it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All right. This is the end of the first round, ladies and gentlemen. And it's going to end on what I consider a high note. Starting off, one Mr. Mexican sensation himself, Gerardo.
Oh, geez. Now I know this.
Rico Suave.
It's a horrible song. It's a horrible song. It's a wonder he got one hit.
Could you imagine wearing?
Oh, but for 1991, like this is the jam.
Could you imagine wearing a leather jacket with no shirt in Miami or wherever he was?
Wait, when did Milli Vanilli come out? Was he riding his coattails?
That was like 89, 90 of those guys.
I'll tell you what really makes me happy about doing this job over here is that all the videos seem to have the old VH1 or the MTV logo in the bottom corner.
Yeah.
And it's just nostalgic for me looking. It's like, oh, that's the way that should be seen. I should always have that logo right there from that time period so that it reminds me of exactly what we're doing. It's going up against a heavyweight. We talked about this off there. Now we're talking about it on.
This is no contest for me.
Taco has entered the building.
Yes.
Putting on the Ritz.
Who decides to name their band Taco?
Well, Taco's a person.
He is a dude. I'm not sure why he calls himself.
That's an education for me. I didn't know that. I wonder if his name is Taco or if that's like stage name.
I would assume it has to be stage name. Right?
Rico Suave by Gerardo, or putting on
Probably also not his
putting on the
Young
Ritz.
Frankenstein. Putting on the Ritz.
Yeah, right?
Right? Fair enough, ladies and gentlemen. Taco moves on with putting on the Ritz. Now, we are into round 2. We don't play the songs as much, but I'll try to get a song in here or there if we need it. If we need it. So, Billy Vera, at this moment, is taking on raw bass. It Takes Two. Ooh. That's a tough one. I'm going to be honest with you. That is a tough one.
Which one gives you the wiggles?
There you go.
It Takes Two.
That's it.
It Takes Two. I take It Takes Two over At This Moment every time.
At This Moment's like a breakup song, and you don't.
It's a momentary song.
It's a sad song.
You like the song. You just don't want to hear sad songs all the time.
Right?
But sometimes you want to hear sad songs.
But a one-hit wonder, I want to hear it a lot because it's a one-hit. It's the only one that one ever did.
I want to do that dance with people where they go above the head and below like that with their hands.
Walk like an Egyptian?
No, like they stand in front of each other.
Is that a one-hit wonder? Walk like an Egyptian?
No,
the Bengals had like 3 or 4.
Yeah, Manic Monday.
All right.
Manic Monday was a good one.
All right.
Thank you.
So, at this moment, Billy Vera or It Takes Two, Jay?
It Takes
Two.
It Takes Two, I think.
It Takes Two.
It Takes Two is moving
Here it takes
on.
3. 1, 2, 3 votes. All on.
4 non-blondes, What's Up?
Versus
Nina and her 99 Luft balloons. I hate to say it, but I feel
That's
like
hard.
The 4 non-blondes are taking a shot here. I feel like there was 100 balloons, but the 4 non-blondes popped. That's why there's only 99 now.
This feels like an impossible choice to me.
It doesn't, because I feel it has to go 99 Luft balloons.
It has to.
As far as a one-hit wonder goes.
Justify.
I've heard it a lot more. Used more often in a variety of ways in mainstream.
I don't think.
Not saying that 4 non-blondes What's Up hasn't.
I don't think they get enough credit. I don't think 4 non-blondes gets enough credit.
I'm going to make it hard for Matt. I'm going 99 Luft balloons because more people hate 4 non-blondes than hate 99 Luft balloons.
That's a true statement. Like if I played both of those songs at a nightclub, I would say more people would say we like Luft balloons over.
You would get groans.
What's
if you
up?
Played 4 non-blondes.
What's going on is not a nightclub dance
or a bar
It's not,
or a bar.
Like a bar. No, we're just saying like if we played it for a mass group of people.
Like if I went to the jukebox in a bar and I started putting in songs, this song would get groans.
You got Spotify?
I do not.
Amazon Music.
I do Amazon Music as well.
Does Amazon Music show plays?
I don't know.
You know what? I don't
Does
know.
it show plays?
Well,
I do Amazon
to me,
Music.
it doesn't even matter what I vote right now. You both went 99.
We did. Every other person
I'll just go 4 non-blondes
that I know
keep my integrity
has Spotify. I find it hard to find people with Amazon Music, and here in this room is 2 other people that have Amazon Music.
I have
just
never
like me.
used Spotify in my life. My kids use Spotify.
I had Spotify.
My kids finally went over
But
to
what I
Amazon Music.
found is that Amazon Music had more stand-up comedians.
There you go.
So I canceled my Spotify and I went to Amazon Music, and because I'm a Prime member, I get a nice little discount.
Yeah, there you go. He's on it.
Can I? Let me see here. Play similar music. They won't let me figure out any information
What's going
about
on?
that song. Oh, that's kind of weird. Okay, so where we're at, ladies and gentlemen, is 99 Luft Balloons has moved on. And we're going to go to Rock Me Amadeus versus Here in My Car. In cars.
Wow.
I can tell you which one we're singing right now.
Right?
Well, that's because I had to announce it. I said Rock Me Amadeus already. Rock Me Amadeus versus Gary Newman Cars. That's a tough one. It really is.
Newman.
Newman.
That's my vote. I'm going Newman.
I got to go Rock Me Amadeus.
Of course you do.
No, I just do. Rock Me Amadeus is a better one-hit wonder. Like it's
there you go.
Like it's indicative of it. Like it is more one-hit wonder than it gets.
I bet that's on a one-hit wonder like Time Life set, and
Possibly.
I bet Cars probably isn't.
That's probably true. Cars is probably on their rock of the 80s or rock of the yeah, exactly.
Because he's Gary Newman, and
so where are you going?
I am also going
Rock Me Amadeus?
I am.
All right, Rock Me Amadeus.
I used to
moves
love that
on.
song when I was a kid.
I
man. It
am
would come
odd
on the
man out
radio.
again.
Now, this could be a tough one. Rockwell, Somebody's Watching Me versus Taco, Putting on the Ritz.
Ooh.
I mean, I like both of these songs.
I know which one I would rather listen to on a regular basis.
Yeah. And you know what? Use the same scenario.
That's probably...
You're in a crowded
Wait.
bar and you go to the jukebox and you
On
put
a
on
regular
which one
basis?
gets the biggest
You put
pop.
on Taco, you're going to get some groans.
You put on Rockwell, that's a pop.
Oh, yeah.
That's a hit.
I mean, you
might even get people to go to the closest open area and start dancing. If there's not a
I mean,
dance
really,
floor.
guys? Seriously?
It's a good song.
It is.
I can sing along to this one. I don't like singing along to
And
the other
Michael
one.
Jackson-
I got to do it as the
Listen,
voice of
if you wanna-
Gene Wilder.
If you want to argue this one every single time, the argument here should be, it's Michael Jackson. It's Michael Jackson.
What other argument do you need?
It's Michael Jackson.
Lewis Black's most famous joke. Michael Jackson.
There it is. All right, so Rockwell moves on, beats out Taco. I feel like Putting on the Ritz could be a kind of an upset because, like Rock Me Amadeus, Putting on the Ritz is super indicative of a one-hit wonder. Like
It really is.
It is like prototype. So that's a tough one.
It's John Cena?
I don't know. Now,
He was the prototype.
boo, boo, doo, boo. Remember when you guys used to buy me shirts?
I made you a shirt.
You did. You made.
I didn't
me
buy you one. I made you one.
made me
I
a
was so worried it was going to be too small.
All right. We're going to do the last two rounds real quick, and then we're going to get to our final and the last segment of the show. It Takes Two, Rob Bass versus 99 Luft Balloons, Nina. I'm going Luft Balloons. It's not that hard. I love Rob Bass. I'm a hip hop head.
99 balloons. Red balloons.
It's
99
just
red balloons.
99 red balloons.
Jason's
Luft
not even
balloons.
voting. It's just,
That's right.
You've been overruled.
But again, Nina never had anything after that, and Rob Bass had Joy and Pain on that same
Sure,
album.
Joy and Pain was a great
Right?
song, but like once again, it wasn't as big, and it was kind of they hung this for them forever. Because even Bismarck, he had a song other than Just a Friend, but it's like Just a Friend is pretty much where they hung it. Rock Me Amadeus versus Rockwell, Somebody's Watching Me.
Rock or rock?
You go the Rock or the Rock?
If I have to choose between these two songs, I want to hear Rockwell, Somebody's Watching Me more often than I want to hear Rock Me Amadeus. But if I'm going off of the idea of best one-hit wonder, well, no, still, I mean, like I said, if it's a better song, it's a better song. I feel like Rockwell, Somebody's Watching Me is a better song. Rock Me Amadeus is good. It's indicative.
But you know, Falco actually had a career. He like put out stuff overseas in Europe. And
Yeah,
toured and
good
did
career.
things. Rockwell.
Yeah, but we don't live there.
Like, is Rockwell even alive?
I have no idea.
I have no idea either.
So I could listen
I wish
to...
I had a computer that I could look at.
Right?
I could listen to, because I could listen to Somebody's Watching Me on repeat for days at a time.
Wait, did we ask it Falco or Rockwell?
Rockwell.
But I listened
think
to
Falco's
Rock Me
dead as
Amadeus once. I'm good.
Yeah, Falco's dead, and I think he's buried in that. What's the
Gettysburg?
the cemetery with all the? They call it a name. I can't remember. It's all of the composers are buried there. It's
I
in
don't know.
Vienna, maybe or something. But anyway, he's buried in that cemetery with.
Yeah, he's still Rockwell's still around.
Is he? All right, good for him.
Kennedy William Gordy.
That's his name?
That's it.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, it doesn't matter. He has all the money in the world.
All right, Rockwell or Rock Me Amadeus? You said
Rockwell.
All right.
I'm going Rock Me Amadeus, especially if I can have that 8-minute version.
All right.
I just think I've been brainwashed with listening to it for so long.
I am going to go Rockwell.
Still a good choice.
I'm going to go Rockwell on this
Some
one.
of these are hard. These
But
are
the
hard
one thing about
choices.
Rockwell is,
But that's
though,
the
like you
point. That's
said,
why we break them down. That's why we do the tournament. All right, ladies and
Rockwell
gentlemen.
got able to get in with that Halloween stuff.
Yeah.
That helped that. move
Oh,
that
definitely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break here.
What about the Monster Mash?
along. Yeah, what? You know what?
Is that a one-hit wonder?
There's a round 4.
All right, we're going to take a quick break here on the QNow. We're in the middle of the end. We are at the end. We're at the championship. 99 Luft Balloons is going to take on Rockwell in the championship. You think about it during this commercial break. We'll be back on the Q now after this.
You and I in a little toy shop, buy a bag of balloons with the money we've got, set them free at the break of dawn, till one by one they were gone. Back at base, back
1280 AM KYRO. Mark Bland, the Q now. We are in the middle of our one-hit wonders, round 3. Nina and her Luft Balloons, a.k.a. Red Balloons.
Yeah, this is the Red Balloons version.
Is in the finals. Now take a listen. Let this song ride with you for a minute, okay?
This also has a cool moment in a movie.
Explain.
Is this in Boogie Nights?
It is in Boogie Nights. Oh, yeah. But I kind of like Dexy's Midnight Runners and how they pick their stuff up. I like how this picks up.
99 red balloons floating in the summer sky.
1280 and KYRO. That's Matt Krueger over there. That is our friend, Jason Kull.
Yep.
Hey, yo. And Jason Kull is definitely not Kevin Nash or the other guy, Razor Ramon.
Not at all.
Scott Hall. There it is. That is 99 red balloons. Nina.
So per Wikipedia,
yes,
Nina released 99 red balloons in 1983 on a self-titled album.
Okay.
And in 1984, after the widespread success of the original, she released 99 Luft balloons in Europe and Japan.
Well, that's going to be going up against the other team that has made it to the finals of this championship. Nina and her red balloons got to go up against the king of pop, his pen, and the son of Barry Gordy,
right?
named Kennedy Gordy, a.k.a. Rockwell. And the song is Somebody's Watching Me. Go ahead. Let it run for me. Think about it. How much do you like this song versus Red Balloons?
I'm just an average man with an average life.
You know, and both of them have a Night Flight connection, too.
Yeah, that record album.
These were both Night Flight videos during the show on Saturday night.
Oh, yeah.
Both of these had videos at that time.
Somebody's watching me,
but I didn't touch those kids. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Rockwell is back in the finals of our finals here. And it is taking on Nina and her red balloons. So, gentlemen, we must make a determining factor at this point. We've got to make a determining factor. Now, I like Nina and her red balloons. And I like Rockwell, Somebody's Watching Me. And you're right, Matt. We do have that nostalgic kind of tinge to the whole Spirit Halloween time in life and that hearing the song over and over, but also, you know, the coolness of it back in the 80s when it first came out and when we all kind of fell in love with it.
Right.
But I had something you had brought up earlier is making me think about it. And then some Jason added on to what you brought up earlier is making me think. And then all of it combined is giving me my answer for who wins this battle. And I feel like it's Nina and her 99 balloons that wins this battle, and I'll tell you why. Because as Jason and you pointed out, if I play this on a jukebox at a local bar, and I play Somebody's Watching Me, people are going to love it. They are going to love it. But when they hit the break in the chorus on 99 Luft balloons,
they're gonna dance.
and it kind of breaks down again to this slow. Well, hold up here. Can I find it? Are we that good? Let's see.
Let's just bring it right back.
There it is.
Yeah, see? That's that.
When it breaks back down.
Yeah.
Funky. And people bop.
Some old school German funk.
Stalk that dance.
Well, no.
Boys.
Is she German or she just did it in Germany?
No, they are from Germany.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. That's my point. And then it builds back up to that fast again.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like...
I remember being weirded out by her, though, when I was a kid because she had hairy armpits. Remember the video? In the video, when she puts her at the end, when it's the slow part, she puts
uncultured swine.
She puts her hands up in the air like that, and she's got hairy armpits. Like, what?
Oh, yeah, like a real
Like I was like
European
10,
woman.
you know?
Okay, I'm going Nina and her 99 balloons. I feel like I've explained why it beats out Rockwell. You guys are the deciding factors here.
Jason, care to go?
I can't go. I don't know what you were going to go for, but I have to go. I have to go Nina, 99 left.
You're going Nina, 99 left balloons. And where would you have gone, Matt?
The exact same place.
That's right, ladies and
too
gentlemen.
much.
99
Like I said, it has
red
the
balloons
connection
by
to,
Nina.
to Boogie Nights when they're stealing that guy's drugs.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just I mean.
Wait, no.
that
That's
fits
Sister
that.
Christian, ain't it?
Well,
You're
it's
talking about when
during
he's
the whole
throwing
time.
You're talking about when he's throwing the firecrackers.
Yeah, then
right?
they play that, and then they play Jesse's Girl. And
You're right.
And then when they
99
rob him,
yeah, it's 99
when they
left
start
balloons.
getting up and
I
moving
never
around
saw
and running.
Boogie Nights.
Oh, you missing?
Oh, you're
You should
missing a
go watch it
great
tonight.
movie.
That's
That might be the
All
movie
I know about Boogie Nights is that it's a prosthetic. That's all I
That is
know.
true. That is true.
It is true.
Outside of Pulp Fiction, that might be the movie of the 90s.
Yeah, man, that's tough. That's tough.
Outside of Pulp Fiction.
We should do a
And
pop culture
non-action
tournament
movies.
of top 90s movies.
All right.
That's a good one. Yeah,
So
yeah.
here's the deal. We have now knocked out 3 rounds of this competition, ladies and gentlemen. Go back and listen to the last, not the last 2 episodes. Skip the last episode.
Into the previous.
Nothing against those guys. We love them. That was a great episode, but we didn't do the tournament
Yeah,
on
you
that.
can't do it with 4.
So we dropped it back a couple episodes ago, maybe 536, 537, something like that. And go listen to those, find out who the other 2 are, and then on our next episode, next week, we are going to break down the 4th and final round of this. Maybe some of those songs you like, sir. We'll make that one-hit wonder list next time.
I'll send you my list.
You send me your list. You send me your list, sir. You do that. You do that right now, Matt. You do that. All right.
I had the voice of Edna from The Incredibles. I'll send you my list, darling.
Congratulations to Nina and her red balloons. All right. Before we get out of here on this show, there is some more music we can talk about. That's right. The Rock is just a vibe now. When it comes to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame have unveiled their nominee list for the 2023 class with 14 artists representing every range of the musical spectrum. Kate Bush, Sheryl Crow, Missy Elliott, Iron Maiden, again, Joy Division and New Order, Cyndi Lauper, George Michael, Willie Nelson, Rage Against the Machine, Soundgarden, The Spinners, A Tribe Called Quest, The White Stripes, and Warren Zevon. The short list will be cut in May to reveal the official induction class as well as the location and date of that ceremony. Now, for some celebratory data and a similar trend as last year, a solid chunk of the nominees are on the ballot for the first time. Crow, Elliott, Joy Division, Lauper, Michaels. Wait, I'm sorry. Which one was... Oh, George Michael, I'm sorry. Nelson, White Stripes, and Zevon. While 2X, Elliott, and the White Stripes are being recognized in their first year of eligibility. Bush, who has seen her popularity skyrocket due to the recent season of Stranger Things, has been previously nominated 3 times along with the Spinners. This will also be the second attempt for Soundgarden, A Tribe Called Quest, and Iron Maiden, and a 5th for Rage Against the Machine. All right.
So, first, I have no idea what Zevon is.
Warren Zevon?
Werewolves in London.
Werewolves in London.
Oh, okay.
It won 12 other albums, but...
One-hit wonder? Was that a one-hit wonder?
That's
Warren Zevon.
That's a huge one-hit wonder.
That's a one-hit wonder, right?
So, do one-hit wonders deserve to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
I guess we're here's the thing.
He put out a lot of albums.
Here's what I will say. Man. What I will say is, to me, there's no one other, and I know it's just a personal dislike. I get it. Other than Iron Maiden, there's no one that sticks out on this list that won't get in. Like, if
other than Iron Maiden,
he doesn't like Iron Maiden.
One of these things is not like the other, and one of these things doesn't belong, and it's not Iron Maiden.
Listen.
It's the White Stripes.
Okay, first off,
and I like
The White Stripes.
First off.
But that was the one name that you read that shocked me to be on there.
All right.
First year?
Who was the White Stripes?
Yeah.
Hear me out.
I don't have a choice.
When it comes to this year's class, I'm not against Iron Maiden getting in. I don't want them to get in. I don't think they deserve it.
You should run to the hills.
No, because they're a poster. They're not a band. They're a T-shirt.
Band.
No, they're
crazy.
They are the album cover and that robot-looking dead skeleton guy.
You can go to any website,
I know
any magazine.
Calm down, Gary.
Any top 10.
Relax, Gary.
Any top
it's
50,
okay.
anything.
Yes,
they
Gary.
will have.
Oh, we know.
Album songs. They will always be there.
Listen.
If you did a top 100, you probably have 5 albums.
Listen,
I bet you they're more popular in the UK than they are here in the States.
There are tons.
They still sell arenas.
There are tons of great wrestlers who wrestled at the same time as John Cena, but they're not John Cena, and Disco Inferno's not making the Hall of Fame. Do you see my point?
Disco Inferno isn't on top list all the time. Iron Maiden is.
I'm sorry. Listen, I get it. They have longevity within their because they started at the beginning of it, and everybody just keeps going. Yeah, we know they're there. We got it. The T-shirt. I got the posters. I got the album. I know. Outside of them, and including them in this case, actually, 10 years from now, I can't see any of these people not in already.
I don't know.
It'd be tough for me to come back to this list 10 years from now and not see Kate Bush, Sheryl Crow, Missy Elliott, Iron Maiden, Joy Division, Cyndi Lauper, George Michael, Willie Nelson, Rage Against the Machine, Soundgarden, The Spinners, A Tribe Called The Spinners of all people, A Tribe Called Quest, The White Stripes, and Warren Zevon.
So Soundgarden
not be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, guys. And I can't believe that you would say not the White Stripes. I feel like the White Stripes is actually one of the few groups of the 2000s
that are actually
should get a shot at the Hall
They
of
should.
Fame.
It just seems too soon.
No.
I'm not against the White Stripes. I really like the
Is it
White
too
Stripes.
soon?
It seems like it to me.
I mean, they've been around a long time.
Maybe that just makes me feel
20
old
years
and
at
resentful.
least.
Yeah, at least
02, 03, 04.
Out of that
maybe 25.
list, I think the most deserving are Cyndi Lauper and Willie Nelson.
And the Spinners. I would put this at this point. I mean, stop this.
Yeah, they're one of the top doo-wop bands of all time.
Jesus Christ.
Behind that, I'd probably say Iron Maiden and Soundgarden.
That's fine.
I mean,
But that's what I'm saying, guys.
And Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, Rage should be in there.
Yeah.
This is what I'm trying to say. First off, what sticks out as amazing for you? It's Iron Maiden. For me, it's Willie Nelson.
I mean, I'm
Like,
a bigger
I don't-
Soundgarden
guys-
fan than I am Iron Maiden, but
Willie Nelson not only is music when it comes to rock style music, country style music, like a lot of different styles of music, but Willie Nelson has also like crossed over into mainstream pop culture because of literally living the lifestyle of a rock star.
and not
to
dying.
its ultimate. And like seriously, if somebody came to me one day and was like, "Who's the guitarist from the with the big lips, Rolling Stones, the guitarist?"
Oh, Keith Richards.
Keith Richards. Somebody came to me and was like, "Oh, we're going to induct Keith Richards by himself into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame just for a special thing for himself." I'd be like, "Oh, okay, cool."
Yeah, right.
Like I wouldn't even think twice about it. I would just shake my head and go, "Okay, cool."
Yeah, he's
like
the
you literally are a rock star who lives the life of a rock star. Willie Nelson should be there.
He should.
He really should be there already. George Michael, yeah, I
Yes.
love George. I love
Michael should be
I feel like he
incredibly
deserves-
talented.
Cyndi Lauper's the other guaranteed.
I mean,
Like,
if you
and I feel
factor-
like she should be there. Joy Division too, New Order. Like that's
Yeah, especially if they're going to go in together. I mean,
well, it says that but it's New Order. Like
but yeah. I mean, together they have tons of hits.
New Order as the '90s alone.
Yeah.
The Kate Bush is the only one that really sticks out to me. Is I get it, the popularity of the TV show kind of propelled you, but we all lived here in Missouri. None of us really heard the Kate Bush song "Run Up the Hill" back in the '80s when it was out. So that's an East Coast West Coast thing.
Maybe.
But we weren't hearing it a lot here in St. Louis. I can tell you that. I didn't hear it here in St. Louis all that much.
I actually liked her song more when a band named Placebo did a cover of it. It's actually a lot better than her version.
It's better than her version?
Oh, yeah.
I feel that way about Goldfinger's 99 Red Balloons. I really
maybe.
do.
I do
put it on your Amazon Music in the car on the way home.
Placebo's version of
Placebo's
Running Up
a
the
good
Hill,
band.
Of their version of Running Up the Hill is spooky. It's creepy. It's just a better version.
Okay.
And I'm not even sure. Maybe they brought it back out in their live set.
Who do you think makes it?
They didn't.
Who do you think's going to get in? Remember, this
Willie
is the long
Nelson.
list.
Yeah, how many can you have?
Cyndi Lauper.
How many can make
George
it? George
Michael.
Is it like 5? I don't know. The top 5 make it? How does it work? I actually don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, if it's 5,
I think they break it down to, was it 6 or 7
Is that
total?
what it is?
Something like that. 6
I'm
or
sure
7
Willie
total.
gets in because Dolly got in last year.
Yeah, I go Willie. I'm going to say probably Crow.
She's got a lot of songs.
Lauper.
She does have a lot of really good songs and a lot of really good hits. It just
Zevon.
For me, Sheryl
Zevon,
Crow
because
seems too soon.
He's an artist.
And maybe Rage finally. Rage and Spinners? Maybe? That's where they go this year? I could see it. That gives me Willie. That gives me Zevon. That gives me Sheryl Crow. That gets your country rock lovers out of the way, for sure. Rage is like a guaranteed 90s classic. And the Spinners is old school, so that's kind of there.
They put in
Iron
Priest
Maiden
last
can kiss
year,
off.
So they'll probably put in Iron Maiden because Priest went in last year.
Yeah, they might put in Iron Maiden
They'll put in
anyway.
the old metal guys.
Sure, why not? Get them out of the way so nobody's talking about them anymore because nobody cares. All right.
I care.
I
care.
Oh, they don't.
So
no, you
much.
don't, Batman.
Deeply care.
You do
they have
not.
a huge fan base.
I care.
No, you don't.
They have a fan base of like 70-year-old dudes.
I am the
not
Maiden.
14-year-old kids.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me. I'm back. Hey, I got the squeeze berries and everything. You're talking like me over there. Is that what you're doing, Matt Krueger? It's me. It's me, Alex Jones. What's going on? How you doing over there, buddy? You doing all right?
I didn't know what you were
Oh,
doing.
my goodness. $1 billion is how much I got to pay back to every one of those parents. None of those kids are dead. I swear to God, they're not.
There's a lot of squeeze berries.
There's a lot of squeeze berries. You got to.
What the heck are squeezeberries? Are they the snozberries? Taste like snozberries?
It's Super Beats. First off, don't you ever disrespect Super Beats. It's the all-natural number
Super
one.
Beats.
You shut your mouth over there. It's the only all-natural supplement that everybody needs in America. Super Beats here on Infowars.com.
I guess that was pretty good. I've never listened to Alex Jones, so I don't.
I don't.
He just goes crazy.
I know of him.
You know of
but
Alex
I don't,
Jones?
But yeah. But I've never listened to him. I've never tuned into his show. I've never listened to a clip.
That's fair. No problem. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for coming on this nice little jaunt with me.
I want to thank you for inviting me, Mark. That was very kind and gracious, and I appreciate you.
Our winner on this episode was 99 Balloons.
Yeah, way to go,
by Nina.
Way to go.
She wins the One Hit Wonder Tournament of Pop Culture thanks to her.
She's still alive. I think she's dead.
Make sure you guys get out to South Broadway Athletic Club February 11th at 7 p.m. Mark Bland versus the Commissioner Shaft for his commissioner shift. Me and the Kings of Revolution going to whip that old man's butt.
Still alive.
You wanted
Nina.
Goldfinger, sir. Goldfinger you got. Make sure you guys check us out here every single Saturday, 1 to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Unless there's football or basketball or something else. Make sure you check out the QNow.com. Old episodes, new episodes, and everything in between. Without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting out of here. We'll see you guys next time on KYRO.